Coming up next, on the spot, it's the Hooper, the Hyper, protected by Viper. 2K Sports drops by with NBA 2K7. LucasArts strikes back with more LEGO Star Wars 2, and Sega's taking us on a fantastic voyage with Phantasy Star Universe. Plus, we'll play some Madden, Cooking Mama, and Joint Task Force, then take in an interview for Spongebob on the Wii. Not a Christian Laettner, not Alonzo Mourning. We're live and on the spot. Everybody, and welcome to On the Spot, GameSpot's live show we do every Thursday where we play a bunch of games and hang out with you, take your questions. My name is Rich Gallup. I am your host, Jeff Gerstmann. We have a great show for you today.
No, come on.
We do. We have a great show.
I mean, if you're going to start out with Shaq Fu quotes, you need to tell me we have a great show.
That's Fushnickin's with Shaq.
With Shaq.
Yeah, he's not Shaq Fu yet.
All right.
Any opportunity to quote the Fushnickens, can you, Rich?
Forget Tony Danza, I'm the boss.
Rapping out of a box of Chinese
I think the scariest
food
thing is that you could probably recite most Fushnicken songs.
Actually, I know that one.
Well, that's most
That's the one,
songs.
pretty much. That's one you want.
Yeah. Well, we do have a great show for you today, Jeff. And actually, we're going to kick you out because we're going to have two guests here on the couch first.
This is a great show, then.
Isn't it? You're going to have to get out of here.
I'll catch you later.
Ryan Davis, tell us all about today's show, would you, sir?
Our show, again, action-packed. We have not one, not two, but three guests here today with us. We've got our friends from LucasArts are here to show off another part of LEGO Star Wars 2 for the Xbox 360. Our friends from Sega are here again with Phantasy Star Universe. Actually, the first time getting to see Phantasy Star Universe, the PC version here today. Also, our friends from 2K Sports with NBA 2K7 for the Xbox 360. That's going to be exciting. In addition, we've got a first look at SpongeBob SquarePants for the Wii. We're going to take another look at Madden NFL 07 for the 360, just on the eve of the game's release. We've also got a first look at a Joint Task Force PC demo. It's a real-time strategy game that we're going to be premiering on GameSpot later on, but you'll get to see it here first. And of course, we're going to be showing Cooking Mama.
You're going to be showing
That's
Cooking
the highlight.
Mama.
That's it. That's the apex. You know, we've got all these top shelf games, but it's the Japanese cooking simulation that's what I'm here for, holding it down.
Thank you, Ryan Davis. Appreciate it. You can't wait to play Cooking Mama. I can tell.
I'm stoked.
Yes, you are stoked. I'm stoked because right now I'm joined by Mike Wang, lead gameplay designer, and Rob Gatson, senior AI engineer, 2K Games NBA 2K7.
How you doing, Rich?
How you guys doing? Thank you for coming.
Good. Thanks for having us here.
We appreciate it. Now, I don't know if you know the history of the NBA 2K series and this show. Is that once upon a time, Rob Jones brought by NBA 2K6, and it was the first Xbox 360 game seen on this show.
I remember I was sitting on the floor over
That's
there
right,
playing
you were playing. Nice. Now you're on the couch. See what a year can do?
Yep. Well, we came a long way. Last time we were here, we kind of felt like we had a tight dev schedule to just try and get everything into the game we wanted to get in, and frankly, there's a lot of stuff that we wanted to do that we couldn't do last year, and so this year with a full development cycle under our time to do that, we had just time to make the killer game that we wanted to make. So
nice. And we're jumping into it right now. What are the teams we got here, Rob?
Got the Cavs and the Heat.
Who are you playing as?
I believe I'm going to be the Cavs.
Good choice. Good choice. Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys appreciate the Shaq lyrics? You put them on the cover again.
Very nice.
So we're going to concentrate on the gameplay today.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys have taken on the monumental task of trying to put in everybody's shot in this game.
Yeah, that was the big push from day one. We thought last year, the game was fun, but it didn't have the personality that we wanted it to have. We wanted every player to play like he really plays. We wanted every team to play like they really play. And to do that, we felt like we needed to go in and really make it personalized for each player. We wanted to capture as many guys' shots. We don't have everybody. There's 400 players in the league. So.
Yeah, well, some guys you just don't really care about.
And remember, there are some guys that just don't shoot, so we didn't want to get them a signature shot. But we try to get all the superstars, any guy that kind of has a little quirky shot. We want to get that. So, and we have captured somewhere around 200 different jump shot animations. And
how do you do that? Do you bring someone in and then they're just really good at basketball and they know how to copy everyone? Or?
Yeah, that was part of it. We had to do a lot of research first of all, and we looked at a lot of tape, a lot of games, and just trying to see how everyone played, how everyone shot. And then we went from there. We took it and made our mocap list, and then brought in some really talented athletes to come in, and they mimicked as best they could. And then we took the mocap data and then we had to go in and post-process a lot of it, massage it, so to get the follow-through just right, get the jumps just right, everything just right. So that was pretty much the process for shots.
I also hear you're doing a lot of stuff with the AI this year. Now, if only we had someone here who was an AI engineer and could tell. Oh, hey, Rob.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Tell us about the AI this year.
It's changed dramatically.
How so? Tell us about the team tendencies, please, would you?
Well, we wanted the players to play, or the teams to play a lot more closer to how they play in real life. So we added, like, I don't know, I mean, Mike.
Yeah, we had at least
20, 30 tendencies.
Nice.
So, go ahead and explain.
I'll let you get back to play.
Yeah, he likes to play.
It's fun.
Tendencies basically allowed us to go to each guy and make sure that not only did he look like himself with with his shots and with the animations, but also that he played like he does in real life. So we added things like how much he likes to post, how much he uses triple threat, how much he likes to drive, all these different things that we couldn't do last year. And on top of that, we also went to we had a new feature under My NBA. It's called My NBA, and you go to it and it's called your team sliders. And basically what they're team-based sliders that allow you to change the way teams play also. So you can make, the Sixers a run and gun team if you want. You can make the Celtics your favorite team.
How'd you know?
Team. I remember from last year.
Gerald Green, you just make him throw down on everyone.
That guy's incredible in this game.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Nice. I appreciate it.
Paul Pierce uses a lot of triple threat and shoots from the outside.
Very cool.
One-on-one, so. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff with the AI this year, just to make it a lot more dynamic, make the games feel a lot more like you're playing with real athletes this year.
Now, you're talking about having a full year of development under your belt. You have the benefit of being one of the first games to be like a sequel on the Xbox 360. Mm-hmm. Have you found like the learning process has been easier this time around? Have you guys been able to do everything you want? Was it a completely different experience than making NBA 2K6? What was it like?
Well, it was definitely a little more relaxed than it was last year. We tried to cram a lot of stuff in. We wanted it to be a full-featured game that played great out of the box. And this year we had a lot more time just to think through things and get the process right, like you said. And a lot of it was just learning how to use, just getting our process down too. Gatson is one of our engineers that does a lot of animation work. This year we tried to make a lot of stuff smarter with our tool set. It was more content-driven so that guys like myself can go in and just add tons and tons of new animations, stuff like that we just did smarter this year to allow us to do a lot more stuff efficiently.
Cool.
So that was a big part of it.
One of our favorite parts here at On the Spot is taking questions live from our viewers. Ryan Davis, do you have any questions?
I have a ton of questions here. John McCrary from Providence wants to know, how are the dunks in the game? How many new ones are there? Are they more realistic than before?
You can take that one.
So you take that one.
The dunk system has been totally rewritten from scratch, and it's a lot more dynamic. Guys gather a lot more. The hand-rim interaction is a lot better. There's probably, 100 to 150 new dunks alone.
On top of
layups.
On top of that, we also have signature dunks. So guys like Vince will do a special. He can do his reverse windmill. He can do his elbow hang dunk. So guys just have different dunks based on who they are. So.
Is Darvin Ham still around? Can he pull down the rim?
I don't think he's still in the
game. I think he's gone.
I think he might be gone.
Oh, okay.
I think he got cut.
Off the hook on that one. Ryan Davis, another question, please.
Sean Shreve from Chica wants to know, are the physics better in 2K7 now? For example, when I attempt a shot block in 2K6, my arm goes through the opponent's body. Will these problems be fixed?
We fixed as many as we possibly could. It's a lot better. The physics is amazing. We wanted to make basically going to the hole feel like you're going to the hole. So there's a lot more contact. There's a lot more just physics-based animations there. Where if you can see Rob playing, he's bodying up the ball handler. So there's just a lot of stuff like that going into the game. Anything you want to add? Also, we wrote all of our blocking, and we added a bunch of new animations. So you'll get some great shot blocks in our game. Some Tishon-style blocks where you're chasing guys down the break, and you can pin it off the glass. All kinds of stuff like that.
Nice.
It's just really nice plays in the game now. So.
One last question, please, Ryan Davis.
Isa from Helsinki wants to know, how many camera angles are there? Are any of them new or really good for basketball?
Well, at the start of the year, it's one of the things I actually wanted to focus on a lot was just, we play the game every day for hours and hours and hours.
Bummer.
I get a little tired, but I do get a little tired of seeing the game from the same perspective all the time. So one of the things I wanted to do early on is add a bunch of cameras. And so I think I don't remember how many there were. I think I want to say 35.
36, 37.
30, somewhere around there. But there's a lot of cameras. And I was telling Brian earlier that basically any place on the floor that I could find a spot that was semi-playable, it became a new gameplay camera.
Nice.
So there are a lot of new cameras, and they look really nice in the game too.
Well, I'm sure you guys are in the final crunch right now. We don't want to keep you too long. Do you have anything else you want to say to the crowd out there before we let you go?
Yep. Anything over there?
the best basketball simulation on the planet, NBA 2K7.
NBA 2K7 for Xbox, PS2, and Xbox 360.
And it comes out
end of September.
End of September. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
All right.
And you guys stare? No, you stare at that. We don't get to go yet. We're taking camera switches away. It's like TV and stuff. We appreciate it. Right now, though, there have been all kinds of press events going around all over the country. One of them that got us really excited was actually THQ's event, where they showed off a bunch of games for the Wii. Now, they didn't let us show the controller at all, but we did get to see some gameplay and learn about. So here is one of the developer reviews you can find on the site right now for the Spongebob game for the Nintendo Wii. Check it out.
3, 2, 1, go! So I'm Paul Jaffe. I'm a project manager at THQ. This is the SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab game, latest in the SpongeBob series, and the one we're looking at today is for the Wii. SpongeBob, Patrick, and Plankton are all having dreams. You enter those dreams and you go on adventures in them. And basically what that allowed us to do is to create environments and places in the SpongeBob world that we have never done before, never shown before, and create gameplay that we have never been able to do before. We all know SpongeBob is desperate to drive. So his first dream is what we call Hot Rod. And in that, he dreams that he can drive, but not just drive anything. He's driving a hot rod. We've also done a space world where Patrick is shot out into outer space on a rocket. Totally created for the game, never been seen in the SpongeBob universe. Very kind of psychedelic and interesting. And then you have a flying mechanic there that we've never done. Plankton, well, he's always little, he always wants to dominate the world, so he has a dream where he grows huge and colossal and rampages through Bikini Bottom. Completely destructible environment. It's got this B-movie style, and it's a whole rampage gameplay that we have never been able to do before. We have a level, actually, which is, we call it Pop Hero. It's basically based on American comic books from the 50s. Patrick pretends he's a superhero, but because it's Patrick and it's stupid, and he doesn't really know what he's doing, we made a paper world for him. So yeah, he knocks things down, but they're all kind of cardboard. And even the enemies are thin paper cutouts. Every time you touch the Wii and you look at a game, you're thinking, okay, how am I going to make this different? The way that we've approached it is we've been really looking at the controller as a metaphor of something that makes sense. So a perfect example is flying, okay? I know I want to fly and I want to use the controller. So we turn it into a flight stick. You hold it upright, you move it, it's as if you're flying. And so we try to make these connections between almost real-world objects or what are often peripherals and what is going on in the gameplay. There is some special Wii content. To be honest, we haven't figured out whether we're going to kind of let it out and let people hear about it, whether we're going to tell you about it, but there is going to be a way that's actually initiated only with the motion detection and shaking it, but you'll be able to open up a little part of the game where SpongeBob and Patrick are going to be able to do some unique Wii content related to music. I'll leave it at that.
Hello? You have seen me, right?
SpongeBob Krusty Krab Wii, that's going to come out with the launch of the Wii whenever it launches. We expect it to be this holiday season, and we expect to be there when it launches. But when that is, we all are waiting to hear. It'll also be coming out in the holiday season on PS2 and GameCube, DSGBA versions as well.
So that's SpongeBob. We have more interviews up there for Cars, for I believe
Avatar,
The Last Airbender, and Barnyard, and they won't let us show you the controller, but
because it's doing something too crazy for you to see.
Yeah,
right.
But it's understandable. But right now, returning once again, Jeff, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Welcome back. I'm good.
Thank you.
You brought more Lego Star Wars with you, haven't you?
I did. Yes. We're gonna take a look at some Empire Strikes Back stuff today.
Nice. Now you're not. Should we call it Episode 5, or should we just? Is it okay?
You can call Episode 5 the Empire Strikes Back.
I didn't want to, but
yeah. Well. Yeah.
I prefer to call it A New
Come
Hope
on.
2.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Sure.
So tell us all about Empire Strikes Back and Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
The original trilogy, right? So what I'm going to show you here first is the Battle of Hoth, and what this is going to show off is our new vehicle play that we have. If you remember from the first game, the vehicles were stuck on rails, and you just controlled the guns basically as you flew around. Well, this is totally different now. The vehicles are completely off rails. You have free reign to go anywhere within the level that you want, and of course, Battle of Hoth, classic, example of a vehicle battle.
Maybe one of the most
movies.
entertaining levels to play in any video game ever. Just because it's when you see like the first person, or maybe like over-the-shoulder cam shot of shooting the tow cable.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a video game.
So this is, again, one of our great cutscenes from the game.
Beep, I read that. Do you get to see Tauntaun get cut open?
No.
No? No!
But you do see the Wampa here, which is
Nice.
pretty cool.
Now that's special edition, right? That shot? I think so. Or is the shot?
That is
no, the
special
shot
edition,
here,
yeah.
if you see him eating, it'll be special edition.
Yeah, it is right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's special edition right there.
See, we mix a little of both.
It's good.
You know?
It's good to have both.
Basically, you get all the best parts of both.
Very nice. Very nice. And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Come on.
Yep. The cutscenes are all done. It's funny. The cutscenes are all done by one guy over at TT Games. Yeah, he did all the same ones from the first game too. So
That's gonna be a fun job.
yeah, and he definitely has a great sense of humor and it does really well at capturing actual emotion with just the ridiculous little Lego face of just 2 dots and a mouth. Really.
Right.
I imagine he must
Or
just
his
have like a
example
desk
here,
full of Lego figures, right? He's
Probably,
like looking
yeah.
at them all day going, how am I going to do this?
A lot of the guys over at TT Games actually used to work at Lego.
Oh, crazy.
So they are very familiar with the...
I don't remember any mustaches on my Legos being 3D.
But you remember that guy that had the giant mustache, right?
Oh yeah.
So this game has real-time 3D mustache technology.
Actually, it is. That's an extra that you can buy.
That's next gen right there.
Put mustaches on all your characters if you want. So here we are. We're right into the game, and so you can see I can go anywhere I want and do all kinds of little tricks and loops and barrel rolls and
Good maneuverability.
yeah, and it's very easy to control the vehicles. You can take them anywhere you want, and again, just like in the character levels, massive destructibility on everything. So everything from the enemy ships and all those rocks. Plus, one of the cool things that the snowspeeder has is the tow cable, of course, which you can use to take down the AT-ATs, or so you can see you can attach it to the ATSTs and knock them over. You can also, so you can see right here. Let me see if I can grab it there. We have this. It's a special ability you can do is just grab this little bomb. That guy's gonna try and take it from me.
And you just get to throw that.
And you can drag it around and kind of go bowling with it.
Nice.
So you have to use this in some cases to take down barriers, and you'll actually have to use these to take down the AT-ATs too. You can trip the AT-ATs with the tow cable, but then you gotta hit them with the bomb here to. I'll use that right there to blow up that gate. Oh, got myself with it too.
It's all right.
Here we go. That's again, when you die in Lego Star Wars, you pick up right where you left off. So makes it. Yeah, it's good for kids too, but it's also fun to not have to go back and redo the whole thing again that you just did. So as you can see, I'm got the AT-AT roped
Effortlessly.
here. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to do this, but like I said, it's not just tripping them. That's only the first part of it. Then I'm gonna have to come around here and take care of that guy.
Is he gonna break free if you take too long?
He will stand back up again. Yeah. So now I can grab the bomb there. And
Let's go bowling.
Oh,
Oh.
I hit that guy. Got in the way, but that's all right. They keep coming out. So grab another one. Boom.
Oh, cool.
Take him out.
Ryan Davis.
Speaking of ATSTs, Aaron Bark from Shakopee, Minnesota asks, I really want to control an ATST. Is that at all possible?
There are a couple points in the game when you do control the ATSTs and the AT-ATs. In fact, in the Mos Eisley spaceport level, you're actually going to build an ATST from the ground up out of Legos and then take control of it and take it anywhere you want within the level.
Nice. So you don't have to wait for Return of the Jedi when you're Chewbacca?
Nope.
All right. Another question, Ryan Davis?
The first game was a bit enjoyable. This is Emo Olofsson from Sweden says, the first game was enjoyable, but a bit on the easy side. Will Lego Star Wars 2 be more challenging in any way?
It is in a few different ways, but most importantly, I think we have a new adaptive difficulty system that we've implemented, which is what it does is as you play through the game actually monitors how well you're doing. And the better you are at the game, then the more challenging the game automatically makes itself. Through more challenging AI, there'll be less hearts, so you're not going to be able to pick up as much health, and there'll be just much more difficult enemies. So that and it's an option that you can turn on and off. So for maybe younger, less experienced gamers, you can turn it off, and you'll have that same sort of simple, easy gameplay for kids to get through. Or you can turn it on, and it'll offer that challenge that older, more experienced gamers are looking for.
Nice. What are you showing us? We've jumped to another portion of the game, I see.
Yeah, this is Cloud City, and
Nice.
It's going to show the escape from Cloud City with Lando, which I think is
worse all the time.
Lando is, I think, one of my favorite characters in the game because he's got some really cool moves, which is what I wanted to show you here, is some of the distinctive attacks. So all the main characters have their own distinctive melee attacks.
Is that a distinctive attack, going after the ladies like that?
Yeah, well, it is for Lando, yeah.
Works every time.
That's right. He's definitely smooth.
C-3PO not as smooth.
No, definitely not.
No. Forget you, Han. Sorry, dude.
One of the
Oh, you seen putting carbonite
classic,
and everything?
Yeah, oh yeah. Classic moment from the movies here.
Pardon me.
Now, when Boba Fett doesn't talk or fake talks or whatever, does he sound like he's coming through the headset?
Yeah, they actually did
like
a lot of the processing for like the stormtroopers and for Darth Vader when they sort of mumble. It definitely still has that effect.
Sorry, that's Chewbacca's line there.
Doing your own sound effects, yeah.
All right, now you get to do your escape and
right. So now we're going to take control of Lando. Lando has some really cool. Boba Fett's. Yeah, you see his little spin move there as he dodges. Let's see, he goes up and busts out some kung fu on these stormtroopers that come out. Try to get a little combo going.
Oh gosh.
And like I said, all the characters have their own distinctive moves. So like, switch to Leia here. And
with the Empire Strikes Back here.
Yes, yeah, we have all the different variations too. There's about 4 or 5 different Princess Leias.
Got the crazy gold bikini thing.
She is in there, yeah. Next week we'll be showing Return of the Jedi stuff, so you will get a chance to see that. So she's going to run up here and slap Boba Fett across the face. So this is almost like a little mini boss battle in the middle of this level.
So I don't remember this from the movie.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to chase him down to try and rescue Han Solo. So.
But it would, imagine if the movie did just have a slap fight with Boba Fett in the middle of it. That'd be way
great,
cooler.
Yeah.
I'd love that. And I think everybody's favorite melee attack here is Chewbacca's. So he runs up and
gets exploded.
Gets shot, right.
Yes.
God.
Break the Legos. Upset your parents.
Those Legos aren't cheap, Rich.
Ryan Davis got another question?
I've got a ton of questions.
Ask him,
Dominic
sir.
Sheard from Muirfield, England wants to know, this is a pretty good one. Do the stormtroopers hit or does the stormtrooper hit his head on the door like in the film?
Wow, we got definitely a very serious Star Wars
hardcore Star Wars fans here.
No, that scene is not in the game. So you will not see the stormtrooper hit his head on the door.
Travesty.
Maybe we'll need some fan kit where you can make your own Lego Star
Save
Wars
it for the
movies.
special edition, man.
There you go.
Yeah, game out again in 5 years anyway.
You never know, yeah. So yeah, there'll be maybe for the Lego special edition.
Next question, Ryan Davis.
Derek Smith from Inverness, Scotland wants to know, are there any plans to release a demo on Xbox Live Marketplace?
I think that is probably going to happen right now. I don't know for sure, but I would, stay tuned for it. More than likely, it will be. There will be the demo. There is a demo version for the other for PS2 and Xbox. So most likely, it will be coming out on the 360. So
nice.
Stay tuned for that.
Last question, please, Ryan Davis.
Mike Philippidis from Berkhamsted, UK. A lot of UK readers or viewers today.
We appreciate it.
What ships can you fly? And he specifically asks about Slave One.
Slave One is available as a ship that you can fly. Almost every ship you can remember from the movies is in there in one form or another. There's several that you collect and that you can play in any of the vehicle levels. The same way that in free play I can swap characters out, you can swap vehicles out. So if you want, you can attack the Death Star in the Millennium Falcon, or in a TIE Fighter even, or in Slave One, for example. And then there's also, you collect the mini kits the same as you did in the first game.
Right.
But in the first game, those mini kits would then just be parked out in front and you could just look at them. Well, now we actually have vehicle bonus levels. So all of those vehicles that you spent all that time collecting all those kits and building, you'll actually be able to take control of and play in the vehicle bonus levels, which there's a vehicle bonus level for each chapter. So, for example, for episode 4, it's
It's
Mos Eisley, I think.
Yes.
No, the vehicle is the Death Star. It's the surface of the Death Star.
How do you drive around the Death Star?
It's basically the whole surface of the
Nice.
Death Star,
Oh,
so you're
okay.
flying around the top of it
Oh,
from
okay. I thought you said
outside.
you got to control the Death Star.
No,
That'd be
no.
a pretty sweet unlockable ride right there.
That would be interesting. It's very slow moving, but very powerful.
So this has been The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Another portion of Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy.
Right, we're coming out September 12th. Day and date with the new versions of the DVDs that are coming out that same day. The individual movies, which do have the original unaltered versions of the movie.
That's right.
Are on the bonus disc. So it's the special edition and the original theatrical releases. And we'll be coming out on Xbox 360, Xbox, PS2, GameCube, PSP, DS, and GBA, and PC.
Everything.
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 Everything that is currently available, you can buy the game for.
And you will be coming back next week with
Return of the
Return
Jedi.
of the Jedi. You want to give us a little hint about, well, you don't have to show it to us on camera. Can you tell us a little about what we'll be seeing next week?
I'm not sure which levels we're going to show you yet, but I think more than likely you're going to get a glimpse at the slave Princess Leia, since I know everybody wants to see that.
That's Jeff.
I won't even be here. I'll be watching from home.
Oh, well,
Probably
there
for
you
the
go.
best.
Yeah. Well, you will definitely get the chance to see the slave girl, Princess Leia.
Cool. Well, we are about to get our next demo underway.
Excellent.
About to, not yet. Okay, we'll wait a couple minutes. It's all right. Now you just reassembled C-3PO right there.
C-3PO, yeah.
How long does it take to play out an entire movie? Would you say? What would the length of the gameplay be?
Well, it really varies depending on how in depth you want to get. I mean, if you just want to blow right through and not go to any of the kind of side areas or do any of the extra little funny things that are in there, you can blow through a chapter in about 5 minutes. So 6 chapters, you can do it really quick. You could probably 20-25 minutes play through a whole movie, but you're really missing out on most of the gameplay if you do that. You can actually spend on some of the levels, you could spend almost an hour going through trying to find every single thing and all those hidden areas and collect all the studs, or do any of the little funny things like right here, Chewbacca putting a stormtrooper helmet on.
He's totally in disguise right now.
Yeah. There's no way that these guys are going to
ever spot
recognize him when he comes up behind them here.
Seriously, if you just walk right by, they don't notice if you have that.
I can sneak by you. Come
Very
up and
nice.
oh, who is that guy?
Yes, we all wanted Chewbacca Lego
Rogue
style action
Stormtrooper. Uncool.
Well, thank you very much, Jeff. You will be
welcome.
coming back next week with Return
I
of the Jedi.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Moving as the show moves on, standing by right now, we have Ryan Davis and Jason Ocampo with a premiere of a demo. Am I right, sir?
Sure.
Tell us all about it. Joint Task Force.
Joint Task Force is the name of the game.
Force,
Jason
yes.
Ocampo, what's going on? What is this? What are we looking at right here? Let's jump in.
Yes, Joint Task Force is the upcoming kind of real-time tactical strategy game from Sierra and HD Interactive.
Okay.
This is basically, the idea is kind of like Black Hawk Down, the next generation in a way. You command the Joint Task Force, which is a military force created by the G8 when they decided the UN wasn't cutting it. And you go around the world battling terrorists and everywhere around, wherever that may be. Right now we're in kind of Mogadishu, Somalia.
Okay.
I've got a team of Rangers. We're trying to get to this ship in order to seize the cargo. Oops.
And
Unfortunately, you got to be careful.
You didn't do it.
You didn't do it. Yeah, sometimes you got to be careful.
So we're looking at the demo here. How many scenarios are included?
Yeah, the demo will have 2 scenarios. The first one, the Mogadishu scenario, and then there's a second one in Colombia.
Okay.
Which takes you against the drug lords.
So now this is, it's a strategy game and it's happening in real time, but this is, you're dealing with a very small squad. It's not like, there's not a lot of resource management.
It's not. It's very kind of tactical based right now. You get some vehicles. I mean, if you get some Humvees.
I think that guy just died.
Some guy just died. You have a medic here. You really kind of have to be careful because you guys have a health bar, but at the same time, if they take too many hits, they'll die. One of the things you have to use in the game is just keep an idea of the environment. So the nice thing is you can pull the camera back, real far.
Okay.
You can look around and see what your opportunities are. So one of the things in this level is that sometimes there's an anti-aircraft gun or something that will cause you trouble. So you got to try to think your way around the box. Like in some cases, you might be able to find a tank in an empty warehouse that you'll be able to use. Get your guys in there and they can kill. You want to use cover as much as you can, or tell the guys to go prone. One of the things about this game is any soldier can become a hero if they become experienced enough. So they actually gain levels as they go along. Oops, and that guy
Not going to be a hero.
Not going to be a hero, just a dead hero, really. The physics are pretty crazy. You see that? I mean, you just see the explosions in this game are a lot of fun to watch. If you see tanks going up or Humvees or technicals or anything quite like that. So it's very modern day. In fact, they licensed all the equipment from the military manufacturers. You won't see anything that's made up in terms of vehicles or weapons.
Really?
So you'll get this very cutting edge modern day feel with this game.
Rich Gallup, what do the people at home want to know about Joint Task Force?
Alan Farmer from Phoenix, Arizona would like to know, will this demo or the game work on a low-end PC? He has a friend of a friend,
Yeah, but I haven't really tested it out on low-end PC, but definitely worth. They can probably scale down quite a bit. It does look very beautiful, though, if you can run it on a high-end PC. I mean, there's just so much detail in the world, and the physics and the interactiveness of the environment's pretty cool once you see it in action. But I have to take a look. Hopefully they optimize it down too before it ships and get it down on some of the lower-end machines.
Our next question is from Philip in Randolph, New Jersey. Are there going to be any military concept units, or is it all just going to be real-world stuff in Joint Task Force?
It's very real-world. Like I said, they license all the equipment. So in a lot of games they kind of fudge the names, but here you actually get Black Hawk helicopters, you get Humvees, you get basically everything under the sun. Apache helicopters.
When it shows up, does it have like trademarks on it?
That'd be very cool. Maybe ads on the side too. But you see there, one of my soldiers just uses AT-4, which is the anti-tank weapon that Rangers use. Blew up that technical, and it's just going up in flames. It just looks beautiful. And there goes again, secondary explosion. Yep.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I'm down to 3 guys. The one thing about this game is, if you lose your main hero unit, the leader of the Joint Task Force, you have to start the level over again, because he's kind of like the one person who cannot die. So here we are, we're just moving around, trying to get through. This objective is here, this ship, and we took the long way and we took a lot of losses. So next time I play this, I might want to try, maybe trying another route, trying to see if I can get around some of these. How
replayable does this demo strike you? Are there a lot of different routes that you can take to victory here?
Yeah, there certainly are. When I played this yesterday, I went the straight route and I kind of bulldozed my way in, and there's an anti-aircraft gun right here. So, and to take it out, I had one guy kind of sneak up, took a lot of damage, but he managed to get an AT-4 into it. But if you play this game again, if this level again, you can definitely find other options. Like there is a tank around here you can find, or maybe if you want to try to go a bit more slow and navigate through this maze of alleyways and streets, you can avoid some of the the heavier obstacles in your way. So it's just very much, and then just keep going. You have a medic along with you who can kind of heal your guys as they go. Unfortunately, if he's dead, you're in trouble, and unfortunately, that's kind of where I am at right now.
Well, I think you're just going to have to go in here with guns blazing.
Guns blazing. Let's go. Board the ship.
Let's just do it.
Let's go. So you're
either going to make it or you're not.
There's only 3 of you. Don't do
it. Charge, go, Adrian.
I think you've got it. I think that's the wrong.
Am I on the wrong ship? I boarded the wrong ship last night. That was kind of embarrassing. I was thinking it was a bit too easy, but here we are. So unfortunately, hey, where do they all go? So we're taking fire. They're down in the hold. So get the guys.
So we're gonna get down into here,
and hopefully he doesn't get killed on the way down. I should have sent the other Rangers ahead of him. Oops. Go. There we are. And now cutscene.
Down the hold. Oh, you have to get to that checkpoint.
Yeah, get to this checkpoint.
You're not gonna make it.
He's gonna make.
Oh!
Rich, way to jinx it!
I'm the kiss of death.
You jerk.
I love that movie.
So
thank you, Ryan Davis and Jason McCampbell. That is Joint Task Force. The demo premieres on GameSpot next week. The show rolls on now, however, as Brian Eckberg joins Jeff and I here on our set. Hello, Brian Eckberg.
How you doing, boys?
Sports editor.
Doing well.
Pulling you away from NBA 2K7.
Yeah, I heard there's some sports games coming out in the next few weeks.
There's this football game happening next week.
Yeah.
Arena League football?
No, it's Arena League. No, it's Madden NFL 07.
Yep.
The biggest game on the planet, pretty much, year in and year out.
Def.
And you have the Xbox 360 version with you right now, don't you, sir?
That's right, but we're not going to play football today.
What?
We're going to do training camp.
Oh gosh.
That's right, which is what keeps football fans alive during the midsummer and. But so what we've got here is the training camp mode. We're actually playing it as mini games, but you can play this in superstar mode. This is basically how you get your player evaluated as he's starting his career.
Now, every time I've done one of these 40-yard dashes, I always get a time like in the 7s.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit tricky. There is a technique to it that I couldn't get right at first, but I think I've got it now. Of course,
what's your best time on the dash?
I think I got like a 4.78 at one.
Oh wow,
that's pretty good.
Point.
My guy got in like the high 5.
Yeah, so So basically all it is we're looking at it right now, but he lines up. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird because I'm not going to hear the gun, so I might have a false start here, but I'll try not to. But, yeah, he leans down. He's sort of...
Bang.
Yeah, and you're basically flicking the sticks. Initially, I wanted to...
That's good.
482. That's not
so
bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you flick the sticks to do that?
Yeah, initially I thought that you had to pull back and push forward. But it's really, you're just flicking back and then letting it go by itself to the center. So that's actually pretty easy. And then if I did it really well, you would have seen sort of a blur effect, and he would have gone into what's called the zone. Athletes sometimes go into the zone.
I've heard of the zone.
Yeah, they get into the zone. And you can actually even lean forward a little bit by pressing the right trigger, and he'll lean over the line a little bit.
Now increase your time.
Yeah, so we only did that once. Now we're moving on to the bench press. Now, it's different players. That was Devin Hester. This is Kasim Mitchell.
Sure.
Left.
Go Bears.
Yeah, go Bears.
Not.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so this game is actually a little bit reminiscent of the weightlifting thing in Fight Night.
Yeah, it's a lot like Fight Night, yeah.
So as you can see, I'm just using the right sticks with my left and right thumb to push up into that green zone. I'm letting go before it goes out.
Oh, you're going to run out of stamina. You pound it,
yeah, you pound the sticks, or pound the triggers, and you regain stamina. I wasn't doing that before, but Kasim Mitchell, he can't lift anything.
He's huge, though.
Yeah. Well, it's all
huge punk.
It's all beer weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
That's not going to cut it here in the pros, son.
Yeah, I know, so... But... maybe I'll try it again here in a bit, and I can, get in the 20s or something like that. But so those are actually two really specialized. The 40-yard dash and the bench press are really specialized. Now we're going to move on to some of the position-specific drills that.
And while you do that, we're going to get questions from Ryan Davis.
Absolutely,
Ryan Davis, questions, please.
B-Dub2291 from Indianapolis wants to know: are the training camp minigames playable on Xbox Live?
I don't think so. I think this is only for. Single player, but
it keeps a scoreboard. Maybe the scoreboards get online.
Yeah, maybe a party or something. You can't all get around and just.
One of the things that this game does is the Madden level. So whatever score you're getting here counts towards your Madden level. So if you do really well, you'll probably progress a little bit faster in your Madden level. But honestly, I'm not exactly sure if it's online. I want to guess and say no.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah. But so here's the quarterback. Challenge here.
Rex Grossman, huh?
Rex Grossman playing just like Rex Grossman does, except he would actually get hurt on that play.
Who's the other guy you guys brought in this year?
Greasy.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Who you like in that?
Greasy.
Really? I like Grossman.
He's just not going to stay healthy.
No, he's not.
But so yeah, this is just a standard. You got 10 reps. You got to make as many passes as you can. Try to get it in the end zone. That was a pretty good pass. And there's all sorts of different ones like this. There's like a defensive back one where you're basically playing as a defensive back and trying to cover a wide receiver. That one is really hard. Playing it as a defensive back is really tough in this game, not because it doesn't control well, but because the position is very tough. It's probably the toughest position in football.
Now, I'm sure the question's been covered probably on previous shows when I was on vacation, but no vision cone, huh? Where's that at?
Well, the vision cone is there. It's just off by default.
Okay.
I think that the Madden folks got enough feedback where they realized that not everybody was loving this feature. And maybe there's probably some people who liked it, but they don't want to put it on by default. And besides, the focus of this year's game is a lot more on the running game anyway. So
with the lead blockers,
the lead blocking, and all the new controls and everything. So you can still do the passing cone if you really want to. But honestly, as soon as I stopped playing it because I had to, I turned it off, and I don't use the passing cone because it didn't really work for me. So what we're doing here is you saw Grossman do his thing. Now I'm playing on defense against Brett Favre.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if I can actually move forward to the next game.
You try that while Ryan Davis asks you more questions. Ryan Davis!
Jose Zamudio from Chicago says, go Bears.
Go Bears.
Also, Ryan Ringo from Erlanger wants to know, does the Xbox 360 version have a full franchise mode?
Yes. It has a franchise mode.
All right, that's that. Mike from Massachusetts wants to know how are the points?
Points are actually, as Jeff will attest, we got a point just going into this.
Yeah,
mode.
Exactly. Enter mini game mode is 5 points.
Yeah, it's really cohave depending on how much you love points, it's really cool about Madden and NCAA is that a lot of points are available right away.
Yeah, I have been messing around with this disc for a little while now, and I've yet to play an actual game of football, and I think I have like 65
Yeah,
points.
I mean, you're
just
well
like from
on your
playing the mini games, and I'm currently simulating my way through the 30 years of franchise
Exactly.
and laughing all the while.
A lot of the things that you earn points for are just the kind of thing that you earned like Madden card points last year. So if you pass for like 200 yards, you'll get some points. If you throw 4 touchdowns in a game, you'll get points. That's pretty very familiar. It's just built on for the Xbox Live this year.
Yeah, but there are a lot more for people that want to take it deeper. I mean, there's a whole set of like superstar mode points that I'm pretty sure you have to be actually playing actual football to get those. Right. But I just simulated a Super Bowl victory and got points for that.
Yeah,
so
that's nice.
Way to sim, dude. Way to hit that A button.
I can hit the A button like nobody's business, kid.
Now, Brian Eckberg, since you've been able to like play and see this game for months and months now, you don't get to review it.
No.
Alex Navarro's hard at work at that right now.
Yeah, he's actually not at the office today.
No, he's home playing Madden.
He's cloistered with Madden right now.
What a jerk. But they will be having, I think it's going to be you and Alex will be hosting a live review next Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
We'll have next week we'll have it. Tuesday's probably Tuesday.
It's one of those tricky games where everyone wants to play online, so you got to make sure you are getting the real online experience before the review's done, right, Jeff?
Right, and we have our set here, and Alex is at home locked away. So as you can tell, we're good. Yeah, this will be online Madden.
This will be the first sports game we've ever done a live video review for. So.
Are you nervous? I don't think it's going to be Jeff because he's going to be on vacation, so it's got to be you and him.
Okay, then yes, I'm nervous.
It's real easy. It's like you see how Rich. I mean, Rich has that laptop, and Rich can do it.
Yeah, so you just hit buttons, stuff happens. This isn't even my laptop.
Exactly.
But it's Apple. I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, but it's running Windows.
Yeah,
so
cool. Yeah, I'm very excited. So yeah, you guys, everybody, check it out and ask questions. We'll be there for you.
Awesome. Because it is as we said, the biggest game on the planet.
That's what I've heard.
We'll have a live review.
Yeah, it also kind of signifies the return of game releases. So this summer's been a little different. I mean, you had stuff like Prey and Dead Rising and all those 360 games. But it's like Madden's kind of like that end of summer, back to school gaming. Madden's out, and now all of a sudden the holiday season opens up, and end of the month there's stuff like Saints Row and Bomberman Act Zero.
Dude, did you get my message I sent you last night about the Bomberman Act Zero gamer pictures you can get now?
Dude, I'm buying them so I can show my love for that dope game.
Yeah. We're now getting Cooking Mama into the kitchen, I do believe, right now, if you want to know why we're having such witty repartee.
Way to ruin the lie.
Whatever, dude.
The super cop lie was working.
It comes to a certain point where you just got to say it. Stop him right here, Brian.
I'm playing the defensive back minigame right now and covering these guys. You never know what they're going to do, man. It's not easy.
It's good to
I know
hear
what they're going to do. They're going to catch the ball.
Yeah, it's good to hear you say that this is difficult because me being a guy that tries to play as little football as possible, like I just got blown away in this mode. I was just like they caught every single one, and I was God.
Well, honestly, I'll say that I bet you there's people that can play this and do it with no problem. I'm just not one of them.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing is really indicative of how Superstar Mode plays this year. I mean, we all know you're playing as a position. You're playing as a linebacker, as a defensive backer, or
but
whatever.
Not a kicker.
Not a kicker, which is,
So wait, you can't actually play as a kicker even if you want to?
No, you are not given the option.
You can't, make yourself a quarterback.
You can't say, your father was a janitor, your mother died at birth, you're a kicker.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah. Well, it's true.
Kickers, man.
Yeah, no one cares if you make fun of kickers.
All right, Brian, as the sports editor, who's it going to be this year? Who are you picking?
I picked the Chicago Bears to go to the Super Bowl.
That's good. Yeah, I'll pick the Patriots.
Yeah.
Any fantasy football advice out there for anyone?
Football advice is don't pick a defensive back in the 3rd round like I did last year.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, I wanted Ed Reed so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody else to get him, and then, so I picked him, and he had a decent year for me, but it's a defensive back.
You don't do that.
So don't do that.
No, or Ray Lewis. He's a little banged up. But I believe right now, standing by, you can hang out listening to the show if you want, Brian.
Cool,
You're welcome to stay.
Nice.
Right now, Ryan Davis is standing by with Cooking Mama. Ryan Davis!
I've got this crazy game for the DS. It's called Cooking Mama.
You're crazy.
It's crazy. It's from Majesco, and surprise, surprise, it's originally from Japan. We're just going to jump into it here. It's a very, touchscreen based game. As you can see here, my options are let's cook and let's combine.
Dude, let's cook.
Yeah, let us cook.
Actually, no, we're going to combine.
Oh, come on. All right, fine.
Which is like cooking, except that you get to make gross things. So you have your first ingredient here, which is 1 of 3 dishes. I've got the boiled rice. I've got spaghetti Neapolitan, which is gross, and I've got pork curry and rice. Let's go with the spaghetti Neapolitan because that's pretty nasty, and we're gonna make something nasty on top of it, like
what are our
potato
choices?
Salad.
Potato salad and spaghetti.
Potato salad or
bum vomit.
Sweet fried egg.
Right.
There's a lot of like weird Japanese dishes in here. So sweet fried egg, and that's not regular fried chicken.
Oh, really?
Grilled gyoza. So, we'll put grilled gyoza on the spaghetti.
That sounds great.
I don't even know what that is, man.
That'd be fantastic. They're like pot stickers, dude.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right, so we're gonna
pot stickers are awesome.
So it's just like a step-by-step process where you have to make this dish. So my first step is going to be boil some pasta. So I'm going to have the little meter on the top, and I'm going to have to follow the directions that come along there. So
what are they telling you?
This one says add. So when that bar hits my line, I will add.
Ah.
And then when I blew on it, and then I will mix.
I think you forgot to add one.
Mix. Blow again.
Got to add a little salt.
You're blowing now. Okay.
Take it down to low. And I'll mix again.
Oh wow! So every time that
bar comes by, I've got to do that action.
Okay.
Boiling stuff is hard.
Cooking is difficult.
I didn't know pasta was this hard.
Yeah.
Throwing some salt and you're good.
And I'm pretty good at boiling pasta.
I got that big
Cooking
cylinder thing that they sell, and you just fill that full of water and pasta and just let it sit. And
I have a girlfriend that cooks salmon for me, and she's really good.
I have 2 microwaves.
Okay.
So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You almost win.
Yeah.
All right. What's next, Ryan Davis?
Now I have to pour the pasta into the strainer here without pouring the pasta out. I already threw some of the pasta on the floor, which is no good.
That is not good because I have to clean that up when that happens. So how are you doing that?
I'm just pushing up on the screen there.
Cooking Mama's eyes were on fire there.
She didn't like that. I didn't do so well that one. Okay, this slicing mini games. This one I'm just gotta tap on the vegetable real quick like. Or no, this is the one where I have to cut in these directions. There's a bunch of these different kind of mini games that show up time and time again through the different dishes.
How many different mini games would you say there are there?
I've probably seen at least. I'd put it around a dozen that I've seen, and this is not final. This is still in progress. So there's presumably much more to it than. Yeah, if you got questions, please.
All right, this is from Michael Stevens in London. Does this game become harder as you play it?
So far, it hasn't really. I mean, the difficulty has become kind of trying to maintain your level of skill across the dish because you get rated at the end on how good your dish is based on how good you do on each of these component mini games.
Can you cut your finger there? Can you jack yourself up?
No. The worst you can do is disappoint Cooking Mama. Her eyes.
That would be worse than cutting yourself, as far as I'm concerned.
That's like cutting yourself emotionally.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Stephen Hack in Red Bank, New Jersey. He wants to know: is there a release date for this game in the United States?
Yes, there is.
You don't know it, do you?
It's September something. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's being Majesco's bringing it here to the States. They actually came by.
Oh, actually,
I've got stage and everything.
Yeah.
You looked at
September 12th.
September 12th. You knew it. You knew that. You want some more questions?
Yeah. I'm sautéing some vegetables and whatnot over here.
Steve Ramirez in Hayward, California. First, he calls the game Cookie Mama instead of cooking.
That's a different game.
That's a way better game.
My basement.
Is Martha Stewart an unlockable character?
No.
Julia Childs.
Is there anyone?
Dating myself?
Anthony Bourdain.
No, the only person that I've seen in this game has been Cooking Mama. And what else do you need, really?
If you mess up a part of the recipe, do you have to start all the way from the beginning, or do you?
No, it just affects your final rating, and Cooking Mama picks up the slack for you. Okay. So that's good of her.
You know what's
like, I'm gonna mess up this part because I have not figured out how to actually do this right.
What are you doing?
That's a little
now I'm frying the spaghetti because that's what spaghetti.
Ketchup and spaghetti?
Neapolitan is, apparently.
Pete in Colorado Springs, can you make burritos and tacos?
No, but you can make a sandwich.
That's like a burrito? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
I can make burritos.
With your 2 microwaves?
Yeah.
Just keep bragging, dude. Keep bragging.
Yeah, but one of them doesn't work.
Different types of burritos that require different times of cooking. I got it covered.
You got it covered?
I got it covered.
Awesome. I just got my mic cut on the table. Sorry about that. If everyone heard the loud noise. They're very good, Ryan Davis. Is your meal done yet?
No, I'm still going. This is a very complex meal.
All right, you keep making your meal there, and we're going to start wrapping this show up.
Do it.
Cool? Unfortunately, Fantasy Star Universe not joining us today, but will be joining us soon in future shows, hopefully. So stay tuned to the On the Spot page for updates on that. And right now, though, we're not going to name the winners for our remote and wireless guitar.
Okay.
But we are going to give away a pretty sweet prize. Jeff, do you want to hold this up? Or
yeah, sure.
I think you should because it's.
How about we just hold it sideways? Ryan,
Brian,
you give me a hand here.
Sure. This is a beach towel.
But not just any beach towel.
This is an amazing beach towel.
Say hello to my
little towel.
My drying friend.
Yeah, it is a Scarface towel. As we said, there are press events going on. View, you know, they're making the Scarface game, so they're making a Scarface towel as well, and they gave us one, and now we're giving it on to you. We're passing the savings on to you.
Yeah.
So the way we give away stuff here is you have to be a paid subscriber. And if you're a paid subscriber and you watch on the spot, nice try. We don't have the bubble machine here, do we?
It's in my office.
That's all right. We'll use it while you're gone. So if you're a paid subscriber, look up next to the player. Everyone says I point to the wrong corner, so I'm just going to point to both of them. Whichever one has the trivia form, choose question 1 in the drop-down menu and prepare yourself to answer the following multiple choice question. The first person to do it correctly wins the Scarface beach towel. Everyone ready? You ready?
No, okay.
All right, here's the question. If Tony Montana went to the beach, he would obviously bring this towel, but he would also A, get a tan, B, play volleyball, C, collect seashells, or D, build a snow castle. Build a snow castle. Do you get that one?
There's no snow at the beach.
Oh my goodness! I must mean something else.
What?
I don't
don't
get
know.
your reference.
I'm not from the streets like you, Rich. I don't understand, dog.
You were the one. No, it was Ryan Davis that gave me the punchline. Actually, that's a good joke.
That is a good joke.
I like that one. But yeah, we'll be giving away. We'll be announcing the winner to the towel, to the wireless guitar, and the Logitech remote. Do you know how much that remote retails for? By the way,
kind of a lot.
Like $250.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I didn't even know.
That's why they're giving them away, because no one's buying them.
So whoever won.
I mean, they're great. Yeah.
So whoever won that, congratulations. We will tell you your name next week. Ryan Davis, how'd your meal turn out?
I stopped. I gave up on cooking. I'm
Did you?
not a very good cook.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Maybe
You should come by. I have a couple microwaves.
Yeah, we can steal.
Word
one.
on the street, picking up a toaster oven soon.
Whoa!
Just saying.
What is this, 1985? What do you need a toaster oven for?
You galloping
Making
gourmet
toast,
over
man.
there.
Just get a toaster.
I got a toaster.
You don't need a toaster in your oven then.
Just go down to the
I need
toaster.
a
He
lot
wants
of
to make
toast
English
home.
muffin
Yeah.
pizzas.
So Jeff, while we have you here, you going on vacation for 2 weeks?
I am.
Tell us all about it.
I've got a lot of stuff planned.
Yeah.
Sounds
No,
great.
nothing.
That was my late
Yeah.
night show impression. So tell us about your vacation.
Well, on my vacation, I
Yeah.
intend to get my garage door fixed. It's not opening properly.
Nice.
Sprinkler system not working out
Okay.
right. So looking to get that stuff fixed.
Put a front door on.
Put a front door on the place. People
Yeah.
stop stealing my damn stuff. And then maybe I'll go somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe
You know,
get, like,
maybe I'll end up in your neck of the woods. Look for me in the streets. I'll be the guy with the beard and the cape.
Yes. We'll dance for points.
That's right.
Brian Eckberg, you're still with us though.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
All right, we'll see you for that live review of Madden.
That's right. Can't
Actually,
wait.
you know what? Tomorrow, are you doing anything?
I may.
You want to hang out? We got tournament TV for Chrome Hounds going on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you
I
want to
love
know
Chrome
that?
Hounds, yeah.
Yeah, you're a big
That
fan.
is a sport.
Yeah.
Mech battle
Yeah.
Cool.
is
I'm
the
all-
ultimate
I'm all
future
over it.
sport.
Robot jocks,
Speaking
come
of
on.
sports, I hate to derail the whole show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently, slam ball is still going.
Really?
Apparently, slam
What?
ball is on in Europe. I
What?
hate to
We
blow-
gotta go!
I hate to blow your guys'
We
minds.
gotta go!
But
Get out of here. Slam ball's on somewhere.
Show's over.
Someone find
What
us
are we
out on
doing
television.
here?
Ryan
Slam-
Davis, thank you
slam
very
ball
much
is happening
for,
somewhere.
for the good work today.
Thank you for having me, Rich, as
I know
always.
everyone to thank. We'd like to thank Jason O'Campbell for coming by and playing the Joint Task Force demo. Look for that on GameSpot next week. We'd like to thank Rob Gatson and Mike Wang from 2K Sports bringing by NBA 2K7. And we'd like to thank Jeff, I believe his last name was Gullett, maybe? Jeff Jarrett for coming by with Lego Star Wars 2. We'll see him again next week. And yeah, that's it. Brian, Jeff, Ryan, good work. Crew, nice job as always. We'd like to thank you for watching. Jeff, enjoy your vacation.
No.
And we will see you next week right here on the spot. Get out of here. I'm totally going to miss this one. Do it. Oh, terrible.